It would have been unbearable down in the city.
Dump it here.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steady, come on.
The rock. Yeah.
I got it. All right.
There.
A bit more here. Yeah, a bit more here then. It's easier to spread out.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
North or
Yeah. Now you're resting on the thing, and then it won't fall over. You tip it. There you go. Good stuff.
Voila.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's like just a thumb or so below where the cork sits.
Yeah, I think here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Somewhere. Alright, if you can do 6 bottles in the white bucket that you used to has a hole in it.
Yep.
Oh, homemade.
Yeah, it is homemade. Yeah, it's just a board with some screws in there. And then these yeah, I mean, it works.
Yeah.
And this one goes in front of your ankle.
How do they feel?
Well, we'll see what it's like on concrete.
Yeah.
Right, ready to pour the floor. I have some assistance because it needs to be done quite fast. It's a product that needs to be mixed quite thinly, so we have a lot of water. And then you pour it and it will kind of like self-level. Here and there you help it a bit and you measure it if it's level. So we set up an assembly line. I'm going to do all the mixing with a bucket with a hole in it, so just pour the water in there and then it will drain itself, so you always have the same amount of water per mix. And yeah, the time between the first and the last mix needs to be as short as possible because it cures quite quickly. And then generally what is done is with a spike roller you roll the floor when it's still wet, so air bubbles can rise up and go out. But I didn't find the right roller because it needs to be quite deep, because at some point it's going to be like 3 centimeters thick and the edge is thinner because the concrete floor is a bit going like that, it cups a bit. So I don't have that, so I'm not expecting perfection on the first time we do this. We'll see how that turns out.
I feel like they should be.
Alright,
Looks good.
try to grab it.
Did you get this one?
Yeah. Got it.
Left corner.
Yeah, you already feel that the bottom is curing.
Starting to, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe then it's good so you kind of push in the wet stuff again.
Yeah, you can scrape it around but not at the bottom. Just the wet. I'll get some garbage bags and sort everything out. First thing, have a look.
Sounds good.
First thing, have a look.
Sounds good.
We are careful. The dad is scared. Dad is scared. He's right. It's so good. It's so tiny.
Daarboven zit dan cederhout. Dat is wat goedkoper hout, zeg maar. Ja. De ramen. Laat zien. 1500 of zo. With salt. I like that. Mocktail. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Without, you know, an architecture, without a project and everything.
And somehow everybody just knows.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
Chi, you get the medal. Ja, you get the rocks.
exactly.
Yeah.
Passed down in times, you know. Also, the houses in my grandparents' community will be like that by people. Now, for everything you need signed papers.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes like in a rural area, it's fine doing things on your own. In cities, no, it's impossible.
Not a chance.
Yeah.
No, but I get what you mean. Because if you have like a specific building style in a specific area, and everybody has seen that specific style be built already, like you've been there as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So then you just show up, and you know, like, oh, but nobody's doing the wreath. Okay, I'll do the wreath.
Exactly. Yeah, it's how it works. And it's beautiful because I think heritage is exactly about this. It's about building culture and techniques over time, but it's not like a genius, like one person invented something.
Yeah.
This is more like a modern way of thinking. There's a new idea, one single person coming in and be genius. In the past, we built everything together.
Yeah, it's much more of like an evolutionary process.
Actually, it still works like that, but we have the illusion that it's like an architect that is coming and he has a new invention, a new idea, but we are just, you know, the descendants of something else. So yeah, that was her thesis. Wow, it's
Amazing.
beautiful.
I'm very happy with it. Yeah.
Of course, this tree, the
I'm really happy with how the trees turned out. I tried something new and I think it worked out nicely. I haven't even seen any stage of it yet.
You can also put it in our car.
Yeah.
So then you don't have humidity problems.
Okay. Yeah, is that all right? I can get some paper towel to put underneath.
Yeah.
it so you don't get anything.
Yeah, you can do that. My car is pretty full orange.
Yeah, you
in the
can
back.
do it in my.
And it stays dry. I don't have this lot of dew in the night.
Yeah.
some bubbles.
Ja, voordat het warm wordt inderdaad.
Ja, het wordt al warm. Wel een beetje laag. Alright, one is finished. Took some time. 5 more to go, although the 2 in the front will be easier to build because they don't need a hinging system. It can go up quite steep, something like this, for December and January when the sun is at its lowest. And then also snow will just automatically fly off. You don't have to clean them. There's also enough space in front for snow to pile up without blocking the panels, so it will be much better. So the second one and those ones will also be slightly higher. Yeah, so there's going to be 2 steel pieces on the sides with some different holes, so I can put them on different positions. So depending on, like in March, October, I want to have them already a bit steeper but not too steep, because that's also the time when the storms are the strongest, so it's going to put quite a bit of strain on them if I would have them really vertical. So they're going to be halfway during this period, and it's just as the season progresses I can put them up steeper or less steep. So yeah, but quite a bit of work still to do. Also digging on all the cables so I can keep it clean with the trimmer. But mostly it has to be built higher and stronger. Floor's going well. There were some air pockets after the first pour. It looked very good because all the water is just sitting on top. But once it started to dry, quickly see already quite a few air pockets here and there. So I had to do a second run. Now I have to wait a bit longer for it to cure, and then I can grind it down and polish it to a smoother surface. But I'm really happy with it. It looks really, the color looks good. It's beautiful flat floor. So that's gonna look great.